have missed you guys, and I'm sure you've missed the cold start of the twin turbo Z06. I've been dealing her, she's been so reliable, but I gotta sell some cars. I also think I'm gonna remove the twin turbo kit off the Z06. And a quick update on the S13, you guys, the roll cage is officially installed. It needs to be painted, but also the 13 has a new soft top for the vert. It came out really nice. The wheels are in powder coat right now. Lots of updates on this coming soon. But today we're gonna be driving this, and I know you wanna hear it, because I wanna hear it too. I love this car. I don't think I can sell this car, but I am selling half of my collection today. Okay, Tunnel. I had to ease into it because the tires were cold. I just missed the sound of the screaming, naturally aspirated flat plane Craig. Comment below, but rest in peace, turbos. I was trying to be quiet so you guys could hear. That was so hard. Wow, I have never seen this garage so empty before. Don't hate me for what I'm selling. I am seeing a common theme in the garage right now of high horsepower and forced induction. I have a lot of updates on the Mustang because we're going drag racing with it this week, as well as the C8 Stingray. But in the meantime, instead of actually explaining to you what cars I'm selling and where they are, why don't I just rev the Z06 so you guys can hear what it sounds like with the turbos on. We're gonna remove the turbo kit and then we'll rev it again. Just the naturally aspirated exhaust system, no turbos. And then I'll get to the whole car situation. But I promise all for good reasons. Now the million-dollar question is, what do we put the turbos on next? Let's get to work. So while the Z06 cools down, I want to show you guys the new coilovers that I got in for the Mustang. Shout out to ST Suspension. Why we still had stock suspension, it's a long story, guys. We care about horsepower here. Oh, this is so sweet. They know how to get me in my feels. I love when companies do this. Thank you. These are the ST XDA Plus 3 coilovers. I'm gonna install them on the Mustang while we wait for the Z06 to cool down. Out with the old, in with the new. Look at that, return to life ST coilovers, baby. Really? With a good old squat. We're gonna be putting holes in this fender. It'll be fine.
And if not, we have saws on, so.
Wow, I'm bored. I don't think I've ever been this bored before. Maybe I should drink some water. Nah, I could stare at a wall. No, I know. I'll play Raid Shadow Legends, the hit mobile hero collection RPG played by over 80 million players worldwide. Y'all know I love a good raid session. If you want to get god tier like me, here's some advice. Focus on getting your starter champ to level 60 as soon as possible. Join a clan and start fighting the clan boss. 3, upgrade your artifacts, and don't waste skill tones. And if you're stuck, do the progress missions. And if that didn't get you all riled up, I've got some big news. Raid's got a ton of cool events to jump into this month. There's Forge Pass Season 7, and of course, Valentine's Day activities. Love is in the air in the world of Raid. New players can enjoy a special Valentine's Day themed adventure with the Raid Love Quest. All you need to get involved is to download Raid Shadow Legends from the links below, copy your in-game player ID, then head to raidlovequest.plarium.com. There, enter your player ID and send out on this heartfelt quest running from February 14th to March 14. Play one of the Valentine's themed mini games for a chance to win in-game and real-life prizes, including Valentine's Day themed raid champions and even Amazon gift cards worth up to $1,000. If you're an existing raid player, you can still share the love too. Go to raidlovequest.plarium.com to find a special promo code for a small Valentine's gift. And if none of that struck your fancy, new players can still use my link or scan the QR code right here and get a free starter pack with this cool in-game loot. Thanks again, Raid, for sponsoring this episode. Now, let's get back to the video. In order to speed things up, while I did the driver's side, Jacob did the passenger side. That kind of sucked, but we rocked it out.
Yeah, it's no big deal, but do we really have to take the turbos off the Z06? I like it better with them on.
Does the supercharger whine, Jacob? That's a yes.
I mean, it does, but turbos don't, so why are we talking about superchargers?
Because the car I just bought is supercharged. I'm talking about selling cars because I just bought another one that I take delivery on Monday. And that's part of the reason why I need to sell half my fleet.
You excited for your car? I bought a car for you, because you can't ride in the Z06.
What a queen. More on that later. I think the exhaust system is cooled on the Z06, so let's start knocking this out. Let's get these turbos off.
Twin turbo kit for sale. What should we charge them? What do you think? That was easy. We gotta pull these through, and then we still have the turbo kit to remove, but fortunately everything is V-banded and meant for trackside use, so that should be off in a couple minutes. Come on, motherfucker.
Such foul language.
I'll show you, ladylike.
Victory.
Car can't leak oil if there's no oil.
What are you after? What'd you lose?
My sanity since you showed up.
Wrench acquired.
It was put away. There we go. We have officially removed the twin turbo kit, and now we're going back to the Hartford 1-of-1 custom catback exhaust for the Z06. I keep getting so many messages about fabricating exhaust for cars. I'm not gonna do it, I'm not interested. But the only way you could possibly sway me is if maybe, just maybe, it's a 1-of-1. If it just happens to be the world first of a certain car in the US, you know, I might consider it. I think before putting this on, something I wanted to do the last time that I didn't have the opportunity to was heat wrap this. So we're going to heat wrap the exhaust, and then we'll get it installed. The idea this week at the drag strip is to set a good time with the Mustang, but also to see if we can break the world record with Sandy's F-150.
I do have enough jet to put 600 horse in it.
There is no jet, you just have a fire hose going straight into
No,
it.
I have jets. I mean, it's as big as the solenoid. Here you go.
I mean, you already have the gloves on. Exhaust has been heat wrapped, and what I'm thinking we keep the lower fascia completely removed, and let's just expose this heat wrapped exhaust coming out of the back of the Z06. I think it'll actually look pretty good, and if it doesn't, we'll just end up putting the lower fascia and the bumper back on in order to cover that up. But let's see what it looks like. Let's go ahead and get this in. Looks pretty good being able to see the exhaust out the back like this. Maybe we'll leave it. I don't know. Comment below. Let me know what you think, but let's fire her up.
Yeah, my truck's louder.
Now that the car's warm, let's rev her. You cannot tell me that doesn't sound amazing. I like it like this so much better. It sounds so good. Oh, she's nice and spicy. Look at that. We have a set of turbos that we don't know what to do with now. Sandy's got an idea. Does it start with F and end with 150?
Oh, yes.
We're gonna see how this weekend goes first. Well, it's about that time. I want to show you guys all the cars that I have. Well, technically not all of them. They're not all here. Tomato's currently over at Delicious Tuning getting the tune figured out. She should be here in the next day or two. I'm so excited to start daily driving the Subaru as well. But we have my twin turbo 408 stroke 79 Buick Regal. This used to be my grandmother's car. I love this car. This sits at about 850 horsepower, fully built, comp cams, valve train and cam, Texas speed rotating assembly, Turbonetics turbos, a 60/60 manual transmission, and you guys can see she hasn't been driven in a while, and we robbed the seat out of her to put in the Mustang for tomorrow because we're going to the drag strip. Unfortunately, I'm having to say goodbye to this car. I'm gonna have to sell this car as well as 3 others. I'm selling 4 cars total because I've just run out of space. I'm not at the point right now where I feel comfortable moving into a bigger shop, especially with the uncertainty of the recession. I wanna make some good investments. I want to invest in some rental properties. I just don't have the space. Unfortunately, I do have to say goodbye to Mimi. I don't know what a fair price is. I would love to keep the twin turbos and the 408 stroker. If anyone wants to buy her as a rolling chassis, or you want the entire car as one, I'm happy to sell as is. The Mustang, I'm so excited for, because tomorrow we're taking her to the drag strip. We're gonna load up the truck and trailer tonight because we have a fun test and tune, and we get to see what quarter mile time we're gonna be putting down on the new motor. This is a 598 cubic inch motor. That's almost 10 liters of glory with a huge 1471 blower. Factory, this is the 385 series, so that's a 3.8 stroke. I'm gonna get a little technical on you guys, but this is now a 4.6 stroke. This thing is massive. This is beefy with all new ST suspension, Forged Sun wheels. We got skinny pizza cutters in the front, and we have the fat slicks in the rear. Full interior from Fat House Fab, and I love this adjustable back support for the Kirky seat. We got harnesses. We have the handbrake installed for launching, as well as like a button for 2 steps so I can launch and I'll just let go once I release the handbrake. And my Z06 is not for sale. Who do you think I am? Now, the 87 GNX, I bought off auction online as an impulse buy. I bought the car, it showed up here, loose fuel line caught fire as we were loading her up the trailer, and since then we're like, all right, she needs a lot of work. So full new QA1 suspension, rebuilt the carburetor and the distributor, new brakes, cleaned up some of the loose ends, fresh fluids on everything. But unfortunately, this is another car I'm gonna be selling. I might list her on Bring a Trailer. I don't know yet. I feel like 20K is fair for this. Whoever makes an offer, I'd rather it go to someone who watches the channel and someone who genuinely just loves this build and wants it, than I would just selling it to a stranger. So if you guys know any friends, family that are interested, I'd be happy to work out a deal for this. I'd rather see this go to a great home. Now, we haven't seen my LS swapped S14 in a hot minute. 243 CNC ported heads with a fat nasty cam and a stock bottom end that is still holding up relatively well. Glow in the dark wrap, full suspension, full cage, full drift ready car. Not for sale. We're not selling the 240. I can't let go of this. I love drifting. This is my drift car. Inside the garage we have Phoenix, what was at one point the world's fastest new generation C8 Corvette. As you can see, there is no motor inside of this car. This motor is currently at Texas speed getting rebuilt, and once we get that back, we'll be taking her back out to the drag strip. We have a few other plans. We have a few little tricks up our sleeves that I'm not going to say just yet. We're working on something that hasn't been done yet before. And of course, Sandy's F-150, which maybe we'll set a world record in tomorrow. We're gonna try. He's now got full tuning on it. We'll be out there tomorrow. Same with the Mustang. Now, the other cars that aren't out here, one's in the back. Yes, you guys, we're selling my Prius. She's not a hybrid anymore. She is a built turbo K24 with a manual transmission. For those of you who are new to the channel, I'm very proud of the fact that the shifter is coming out of the cup holder. This car's a lot of fun. It's really sketchy. This car is going to be a tricky one to sell. I might actually not even sell her. And Boosted Boys, Kyle, if you're watching this, or even Brent PFI Speed, I'd love to just gift this to you. I'm just torn what to do with this. I haven't driven it in a while, and unfortunately I've just run out of space. She has 300 horsepower though. 300 tire horsepower with Brett's famous moon tune. Sean's S13 counts as the fleet because this is one of the first swaps that I had done on the channel. She's not going anywhere. She's been around for a long time. I told you guys I was selling 4 cars. I just listed 3. Both the G-bodies and the Prius. The other one that I'm gonna be selling is my Subaru wagon. Poop turd, I know. I felt like I needed to buy her back after finding it in those guys' backyard. Technically it wasn't their backyard, but for anyone who needs a car, I'd love to be able to help you out. So if you guys reach out to me, smoke and deal, let me know. Is that all the cars? I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting the 458. She's still over at AGX. They're trying to figure out this wiring issue, but I just haven't been stressing on it because I don't have a place to park her. And there's one other car, the car that I ordered 9 months ago that finally arrived, that I'm gonna go pick up the day after tomorrow. So that's 11 cars, only 7 can fit in the garage. That means 4 have to go. Also, I'm cleaning out the entire shop. I have these Bronco wheels that probably have not even 100, maybe 50 miles on them. Let me know. I'll sell them for cheap. Sandy's passenger seat has been removed.
Seat, center console, speaker box, amp, bumper, and a bunch more.
How much weight do you think? 300-400 pounds?
It's supposed to be like 4 to 5.
Wow.
Because we still got to do tailgate, mirrors. There's a couple other things we're gonna yank at the track but we have to have those to be. I mean, the bumper's kind of a little dicey, but
it's fun.
you know.
We're here for a good time, not a long time, and there's always AAA if anything happens.
I called, my membership renewed, so we're good.
Now it is time to load up the Mustang so we can head to the racetrack before the sun sets. The cool thing about being so small you need a junior seat as your driver's seat is no one else can drive it. Woo-hoo-hoo! She fired right up! It's crazy, we're bringing the 2 Fords to the racetrack. This is gonna be a fun day. All right, she's loaded up. We're ready to hop on the road. It feels so good to be back, you guys. I appreciate all of your patience and I'm excited for this new year together. So with that being said, let's go have a fun day at the drag strip tomorrow. And let me know if any of you guys want to buy my cars. He's like guiding my airplane into the hangar right now.